Hello again. Welcome to RBKC's licensing subcommittee, which is being held via Microsoft Teams and is also being live streamed. Today we are considering objections from the police and environmental health to a proposed 10 for flat 338 Powers Square. I'm Councillor Janet Evans and I'm Chair of Licensing. I confirm I have no declarations to make. I'm joined by Councillor Pretty Hudd and Linda Wade. Please, can you introduce yourselves?
Thank you, Chair. Councillor Pretty Hudd.
No declarations.
Sorry, no declarations. Thank you.
Okay. And Councillor Wade?
Councillor Wade, no declarations.
Okay. We are joined by Laura. Is it Laura McGowan here? Laura?
No, Chair, it's Fiona Johnson.
Oh, Fiona, sorry. Sorry. Okay, 1 second. Okay, our legal officer, Lindsay Lamassurier. Please confirm your attendance.
Present, Chair.
Committee officers, Holly Weaver, Emily Beard, and Nima Mahood. And please, can you all confirm your attendance?
Sorry, Chair, we're all here. I'm just checking the live stream.
Okay. There's always a possibility that we could lose connection. If this occurs, I would like to nominate Councillor Hudd to be the substitute chair. Members, please confirm this nomination is seconded.
Seconded.
I confirm that Councillor Hudd has been appointed substitute chair. Before we start the hearing, there are a few ground rules. Please keep your microphones on mute until you are invited to speak. Please make sure mobile phones are on silent. Please do not use the Microsoft Teams chat function as it is not monitored. Everyone should have received the procedure for this meeting regarding the use of cameras and how to connect back in if you lose connection. Holly, or is it Daniela? No, Emily?
Sorry, what did you say?
Who is running? Can you run through the list of the people wishing to speak today?
Yeah, so we've got Barbara Pierre, the premises user, and Beverly Pierre, her sister, who's also her supporter. They will both be speaking if they wish to. We've also got Sean Pender from Noise and Nuisance, PC Janelle Cardenas from police, and James Rankin, the counsellor for the police.
Thank you. Firstly, the licensing officer, Ms. Johnson, will give a brief outline of the 10. Then the premises user, Ms. Babs Pierre, to present her submission. Will Beverly be speaking, or will you just be there for backup?
I will be here for backup, but my sister will primarily do the talking.
Okay. Questions then can be asked of the premises user by the committee, the police, environmental health, and our legal officer. Then I'll ask the police's legal advisor to present. He will have up to a maximum of 10 minutes to do so. He's joined by PC Janelle Cardenas, who may be able to assist the committee if they have any questions. Please, can you confirm your attendance?
Present, Chair.
Thank you. Questions may then be asked of the police by the committee, the premises user, and our legal officer. Then I will ask environmental health, Mr. Sean Pender, to present his objection. He will have up to a maximum of 10 minutes to do so. Please confirm your attendance, Mr. Pender. Hello.
I'm present.
Okay. Finally, I'll turn to the governance team to see if there are any issues have been raised that we need to consider. There'll be no summing up, and the committee will then adjourn for 10 minutes. We will then reconvene to verbally announce our decision. I would like to remind everyone that the committee has read the papers, which comprises the main pack, and and any additional submissions. Have there been additional submissions? Hello?
Chair, I
only
believe there's been one by
ones-
the police.
By the police, right, okay, but not by the applicant. So there's no need to repeat their content, but please do draw our attention to certain points and pages. Let's get going. Can you outline the 10 for us, Ms. Johnson?
Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon, all. We have before us today a temporary event notice which has received an objection from PC Janelle Coldinez on behalf of the Metropolitan Police on the grounds of the prevention of crime and disorder and public safety. An objection has also been received from Mr. Philip Richardson from the Council's Environmental Health Team on the grounds of public safety and the prevention of public nuisance. Ms. Barbara Peer has submitted a temporary event notice for Sunday the 24th and Monday the 25th of August 2025 to provide the sale by retail of alcohol off the premises at Flat 3, 38 Powis Square during Notting Hill Carnival. Ms. Peer is proposing to use the doorstep to provide sales of alcohol. A copy of the 10 site plan, risk assessment, and a copy of a response from Ms. Peer can be found at Appendix A of today's bundle. A summary of the objections from the Metropolitan Police and Environmental Health can be found at pages 6 and 7 of today's bundle, and a copy of the full objections are attached as Appendix B and C. Relevant extracts from the Council's Statement of Licensing Policy are attached as Appendix D. The premises are located in Colville Ward on the north side of Powis Square, close to its junction with Powis Terrace. A map of the area is attached as Appendix E, and the list of licensed premises within the vicinity is attached as Appendix F. A map of the 2024 Carnival footprint indicating the parade route, location of sound systems, bars, street trading sites, safe areas and other matters is attached as Appendix G. For clarity, Chair, this map is for illustrative purposes only, as the map for 2025 has yet to be finalised. A list of temporary event notices received so far for this year's Carnival is attached as Appendix H. This list includes notices which may have been withdrawn or issued with a counter notice. Some of these notices may still be under consideration. I can confirm that additional documents have been circulated since the committee bundle was dispatched. Governance, could we have the 2 documents on screen, please, just to make sure that everyone has them? So this is the first document, which talks about different offences and the sectors they occurred in. And the second document is a map. Okay, so I'm hoping everyone has received those additional documents. Other than those, I'm not aware of any other additional documents, Chair. In determining this matter, the committee must have regard to the objection notices from the police and environmental health and take such of the following steps as it considers necessary. The steps are either to issue a counter notice, if it considers it necessary for the promotion of any of the licensing objectives, or to take no further action and allow the notice to have effect. And that concludes today's summary, Chair.
Thank you very much. Now, for the premises user case, Ms. Pierre, please can you present your submission and advise if there have been any additional documentation sent to the council? You have 10 minutes.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. We've been selling, so we are sisters, obviously. We've been selling rum punch at Carnival for, this would be our 3rd year now. We sell in plastic cups because we're aware of the safety. We protect the premises. All of the flat owners are really happy for us to be there because we protect their premises. We've never had any trouble whatsoever at our store, no crowds developing at our store either. We are happy on the first year, we discussed quite a lot with the police what changes we can make to make it safer. And we are always happy to do that. We do have experienced bar staff on our stall. My daughter works in a bar, so she's been appropriately trained. We also have, is it SIA Security, one of the staff working with us as well. Is it SIA? I think it's called SIA. I can get you
Yes.
the full name, working on our stall as well to be aware. We have stopped serving people before if we felt that they've had too many. We serve water as well. As part of it, we have a whole container of water to serve customers as well, so that we offer that on the stall for the very reason. The nearest stage is in Powys. Is it Powys Square? So there's never on that road there been high amounts of traffic when we've been there. I think it's important that the rest of the premises are quite happy for us to be there, and it has protected them and made them feel quite safe as well. But we do stop, we won't serve unnecessary alcohol. We haven't. It's a family business, and we're trying to promote it as that. Bev, is there anything that you wanted to add to that, Home Sister?
No, yeah, I mean, I just concur with everything my sister said, and we try really hard to, obviously make the sales as quick as possible, so that we literally don't have queues of people waiting outside. We have gone to pouches so that we don't have people waiting to block up the road, and that there is a steady flow of traffic. It's not one of the high areas. I know that there's some parts where it's literally you just can't get through. It's steady flowing, and we're as I say, as she said, one of the things that people do really like is the fact that we're there in front of their properties. In the past they've had sort of rubbish thrown down there, people urinating in the cellar, the basement. So we prevent all of that happening. So the residents themselves are quite pleased that we're there, and yeah, we do run, as you said, a respectable event. So yeah, I think that's really what I'd like to say on that matter. And as I said, my colleague, her SIA training she's a door manager, so she's there to support us with anything that we need on that side as well.
Thank you. Any questions from the committee? Councillor Hyde.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Ms. Pierres, for your presentation. Two very quick questions. Do either of you live locally?
It's my partner. I've been with my partner. Paula is my partner. She's been for quite a few years.
Right, and she lives there?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Thank you. Could you also could you confirm, you said that you have done sales there before in past at carnivals? And how many years have you? How many years?
We've had a license for 2 years. We've had a license.
This would be our third one.
Yeah. We've had a license for 2 years. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. And my final question is, how do the other neighbours feel about it?
Oh, sorry. Very, very happy, because we protect the premises, and that's really important to them. So they love us being there. The guy in the basement flat, he goes away, so he's really happy. They are really happy. I can get recommendations from all of them as such, but yeah, they are really happy.
And
it does protect them.
And my final question, sorry, Chair, is you did not do any risk assessment or any management plan. Any particular reason why?
The risk assessment was sent in. What happened? I didn't, when I uploaded documents, I did the plan, and I thought I'd uploaded the risk assessment, and it was pointed out to me, and I sent it in.
We've always done one every year. We've done the risk
Yes.
assessment. That's always been submitted.
Yeah.
And you can check the previous records. We've done one every year.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you both. Thank you so much. Thanks, Chair.
Pleasure. Councillor Wade?
Can I ask who owns the property?
It's rented. Flat 3 is rented.
No, the whole building. Do you know who owns the building?
No, I know it's rented as leases. So the flat is on a leasehold.
Okay, and so your partner owns or has the lease for flat 3?
No, she rents flat 3.
Yeah, right.
Pull up. Do you want the
all right.
name?
All right, so, but you're actually using the front entrance, aren't you? And which is, how large do you think the area is that you've actually got the table? If you go look at the bottom step.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to mute. Sorry.
How big do you think that is?
That I would say is about say 1.5 meters by about 2. But what we do and what we've got agreement in the basement flat is everything is held on it's behind that gate on the basement. So we literally only have the table up there. Everything else is down at the bottom.
And it's only you that are going to be going up and down the stairs.
Only
It's
us,
only going to, any people serving will be going up and down the stairs.
To the basement.
Yeah, that's right.
Mean?
Yeah,
yes.
it's only people working with us that go up and down the stairs to the basement.
Yes.
So the flat owner has given us permission to use there.
All right. So the other thing that I wanted to ask is, can you tell me precisely what you're going to be selling? Can you give me a breakdown of, is it rum, what, punch?
It's called Pierre's Rum Punch. So it's our dad's family recipe from the Caribbean. So it's made up of ranch. We call it our secret ingredients, and it's got juice in there, fruit juice in there.
So you make it yourself?
We do, yes.
And so how do you regulate how much alcohol you put in? Do you make it into a big kind of like a jam making pan? And so how do you ensure that, and what percentage of alcohol is going in there?
Yeah, so that's all measured within we've got it all spreadsheeted. We've got the dip, I can't remember the proper name for it, sorry, but the tester, I can't remember what it's called, sorry, but the thing where you can test the percentage, but it's all made to exact formulas. We do sell it at other places, like I've done weddings and things like that, so it is made to a precise formula.
All right, then. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So you said you also have bottles of water, or?
Yes, that's correct. We always have bottles of water.
Okay. And in the past, what, you did it for 3 years now? This is your 3rd year?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever engaged with the Notting Hill Carnival people or the council to discuss your application previously, get some advice?
Yes, we have. Last year, I think I've spoken to the police before. It was a different officer last year and the year before, and they said, well, think about this and think about that. And that's when we've submitted the assessment, the health and safety assessment, risk assessment, sorry. That's what we've done that before. So we have engaged in previous years. I can get the names of the officers if you want me to, but I've spoken to them by the phone before.
Right, okay. And have you ever had any trouble over there?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely none whatsoever.
Okay. And
to be honest with you, can I just say, and one of the other things we do have some seats that we use to sit down and rest and stuff. And we have people that come and sit with us. It's just a really nice, as you know, Carnival is. it's not an area that, you know, for us, it's just not an area where people, you know, gather en masse and create that kind of environment. It's quite nice around there.
Yes, it's a nice square.
It is lovely. Yes.
Yes. Okay, any questions from our legal officer?
No questions, Chair.
Any questions from the police?
No, thank you.
Do you need me to send a risk assessment through again? Because it was sent. I don't know if somebody would need the.
I think it's in the pack, to be fair. It's on page
Okay.
15, I think.
Any questions from environmental health?
No questions from environmental health. Thank you.
Okay, now for the police objection. Please, can you present your submission? You have 10 minutes.
Thank you, Chair. Neither Babs nor her sister would have sat through the previous hearings, but what I've done on behalf of the police is explain that none of these objections that the police makes is personal. We're not suggesting for a moment that either of these two sisters is unfit or improper. We're not suggesting that you're anything other than upstanding citizens. But we do have a very real concern, and that concern was voiced by Sir Mark Rowley, who's the Commissioner of the Metropolitan Police. And as the Carnival has increased in size, so that it is now well over 2 million people that are expected to attend, and with fewer police available to police it, and with fewer stewards available to police it, the chances of a mass casualty occurring is not an exaggeration. It's not hyperbole to say there are very real concerns that something very serious could take place at Carnival this year. And of course, we understand entirely that Babs and her sister have done these sorts of things in the past. But what the police have done this year is taken a good hard look at the way we police the Carnival. And one of the concerns that we have is that because the planning of the Carnival is 363 days, the Notting Hill Carnival Limited sit down with the police and they plan off every single possible eventuality. Every risk is considered. The only risk that cannot be considered are these temporary events notices, because we don't know at the time that this huge event management plan that's agreed with Notting Hill Carnival Limited is constructed, at the time that it is constructed, but we don't know where these temporary events are going to be, how many there are going to be, who is busy, and so on. And so we've had a good hard look this year at about areas which are hotspots, areas which are close, for example, to sound systems, areas where there is considerable crowd density. And what we have aimed to do is a targeted objection to some temporary events. Not everyone. There are 52 temporary events notices which have gone without police objection. But those that do receive police attention are those that are cited within close proximity to sound systems, and where there is a high crowd density, and where there is an occurrence of crime and disorder historically in previous years. Now, if please you could turn up page 26, there you have it. You'll see that the application site sits right in the center of the beating heart of the country. There are 7 sound systems surrounding Babs and Bev. And not only that, you've got the Notting Hill Carnival staged event on the stage itself. So the crowd density is enormous. And what we want is for that crowd to be free moving. What we do not want is for any impediment to that movement. by way, for example, of a stall selling rum punch. There is obviously a risk assessment that's been put in. I'm not sure, if you go to page 19, the sisters seem to have, that's it, have lifted their risk assessment from either a very large scale outdoor music event or a nightclub event, because it talks about security and stewards to monitor all guests and members of the public for signs of drink or drug misuse. It talks about event literature. It talks about bag checks. It talks about sniffer dogs. It talks about a welfare team, a chill out area, and bag searches. Of course, none of that applies, but we accept that Babs and Bev are eager to please. We accept that. But we, I'm afraid, feel that this is an application in a site which compromises the ability that the police have to control Carnival. Our overarching concern is the safety of people who are going to Carnival. And we don't want anything which is going to compromise that safety. I'm not suggesting that either of the sisters is going to be serving drunken people. But what I am suggesting is this, that the attraction of the Pierre rum punch is going to be overwhelming. And that what it will do is it will attract crowds of people who will throng and who will impede the passage to and from these various sound systems and to and from the actual Carnival route itself. So with regret, I have to say that we object to the temporary events notice. I've got Janelle, who can answer any detailed questions that I can't deal with.
Okay. Committee? Councillor Hyde?
No questions, Chair, thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Wade?
No questions.
I have one question. In an area, if it is, let's say we've had 10 applications and 2 are appropriate, does that impede on the safety of the area collectively?
Who is that a question for, sorry?
Sorry?
Who is that question directed at? Is it us or to
the police?
Oh, okay.
Forgive me, my connection dropped off then. Could you possibly repeat the question?
Yes. Let's say there have been, I don't think we've had another application on Powys, have we?
We have not, no.
No. So would it, if we were minded to grant, would that create a collective problem, or would it be an isolated positive site?
No, it's a collective problem. The problem is that it's not that it means that everybody, because Carnival is fast approaching, it doesn't mean that everybody, if you grant it, will apply for a temporary events notice. What it means is that it will be one of the only outlets for the sale of alcohol, providing with it its own attraction. So despite the fact that Babs and Bev express their intentions modestly, the clamour of crowds around their site, we would suggest, would be overwhelming.
Okay. Where are the particular pinch points around Powys Square? I'm asking PC Cardenas.
It's more of the location of where it is near to the sound systems that we are concerned about, because that's where obviously it's going to be creating a big crowd, and obviously using it as a very busy thoroughfare through it.
Right, okay. Have there been a lot of problems on Power Square in the past?
We've got statistics because this is sector 3.
Yeah,
Our statistics obviously indicate, as you already know, that there were in only 2 days there were 90 reported crimes, 30 of those related to drugs. There were 6 violence with injury cases, 11 without, and 6 sex offences. What I can't do is I can't put a pin in a map and say all of that happened around Paris Square, but it's an artificial approach we would suggest to say, oh, well, because an incident didn't happen in Paris Square, then there is no connection with Paris Square and crime. So I'll give you an example. Bev serves one of her hefty rum punches to somebody who goes around the corner, not in Paris Square, but goes around the corner to one of the other sound systems, and there gets sexually assaulted. It may be that that person's guard was down. It may be that she lost inhibitions as a result of drink. It may be that somebody became the victim of crime as a result of Bev's rum punch. But you'll see the point that it's artificial to say, oh, because I can't say that all of these offences happened in Powis Square.
right.
It's safe to give temporary events notice.
Okay, fair enough. Any questions from our legal officer?
No questions, thank you, Chair.
Any questions from the Pierre sisters? So a hand up now. Okay. At this stage, I'd like to ask our.
Sorry,
Oh,
sorry, I
sorry.
couldn't get the mute button off. Sorry. So we do, and it was an error to not remove the line about the sniffer drugs. Like we said, we've got security and we work with our security as well to devise that. So that was simply an error, but we have done other venues as well. So yeah, I take on board that we're not going to have sniffer dogs, but it's not. It's because we're working with security to produce that document.
Right, okay. Now, Mr. Pender, did you want to present?
Yes, thank you, Chair.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi everyone. Yeah, I've been asked to present for my colleague Philip Richardson, who put in the objection to the 10. I'm Senior Environmental Health Officer at Kensington and Chelsea Council. We're objecting on the grounds that the temporary event notice will undermine the public safety licensing objective. So the location is situated in a very congested area of the carnival footprint and is very close to, well, as you can see from the map, it's close to Gaz, Rockin' Blues, Dizio Generation. So there's a lot of them in the area, also the Disco Hustlers. So the 10 will have the serving of alcohol to customers directly onto the pavement. So there's a liability that congestion will occur in that area, so causing a pinch point by drawing in and holding people there at that site. So this could negatively affect the flow of the crowds in that area. So yeah, we look at each 10 application on its merits on a case-by-case basis, but we're looking at the wider context of the carnival footprint with regards to public safety and the flow. So unfortunately, as this application is in a very congested area of the carnival footprint, it could present an obstruction on the highway because of people queuing out on it. We feel that steps need to be taken to try and improve safety for the public in that area in this year. And this is all coming about from the concerns that are well publicised about crowd safety risks at the Notting Hill Carnival by both the police and council officers. So I think so our opinion is that by not allowing this 10, in our view, this sort of feeds into the wider drive to improve safety and to promote the licensing objective of public safety. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions from the committee? Councillor Hyde?
None, thank you, Chair.
Councillor Wade?
I was just thinking about congregation around it and the queues or any dispersal policy. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts, well, from the information that's been provided, I mean, I can only go off the documentation. So there's no real detail about the crowd management. I mean, it has been added that you intend to employ a SIA trained registered security guard. This may help, but I don't. There's no other detail about queue management, crowd management.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, any questions from our legal advisor?
No questions, Chair.
Any questions from the Pierre sisters?
Yeah, I have a question just in terms of looking at the map and obviously our previous experience of running this event.
Okay.
So I just wondered if the numbers of other stalls in the area has changed from the last 2 years to this year, because I can see where the red marks are, and I think that's where a lot of the food stalls, and yeah, those areas can be congested. But where we are, there is literally it's free flowing. There's not the congestion that we have seen in other places. So I'm just wondering, what's changed this year, because that area is not, it's free flowing, and we simply do not and have not disrupted the flow before because of the way we set the stall up on the doorstep, and people literally just walk past us back and forth. In other areas I get it, down the side streets where there's for instance where is it Nasty Love down there, those streets where there's that's where there is congestion, definitely. But where we've been based, we haven't seen that before. So that's why I'm asking if there's been a change this year.
Okay, that's a very good question. Mr. Ender, do you want to answer?
Well, all I can say with certainty is that there has been steps to remove trading pitches and street trading licenses along the parade route, and I think just off of the parade route, so on the branches off of that. But in this particular area, I don't know, so I can't comment on that.
Because we are the only stall, and unless things have changed in that area, there's no one else selling anything there apart from the odd guy that pops up with a whistles and flags. That they move on, but we are literally the only stall there. And like I said, we are on the doorstep as opposed to on the pavement. And as my sister had said, we've always discussed this with the police. We've taken recommendations as to how to run the stall more efficiently, and if there are changes that can be made for us to allow this to go ahead this year, then we'd be happy to discuss that. And like I say, one of the things is we use the basement. We don't store anything on the street. It's literally hidden. Nobody can see it, so it doesn't cause a congestion.
Okay. You're not letting people inside the flat.
Well, we don't, because we don't have. We don't have. We don't let people in. The door is actually locked to the flat. That black door is locked.
Right.
It's that they can only gain access by ringing the doorbell. The gate that you can see that goes down to the basement, we have permission from the owner of that flat to use that, because he knows, and we've had people trying to urinate down there. We've stopped them. We've literally gone, hey, hold on a minute, that's someone's property. You can't urinate down there. So we do stop that. So we have permission to use downstairs. That's where we store all our stuff, and the step is where we sell from. And going up the step, that belongs to the flat, and that door is literally locked. People can only access it by ringing the doorbell and get someone to open it. Yeah, the tenants.
So the bar is along the fence here?
it's kind of on the side of the step, but most of it's kept down the pavement. You know, because if we have
Yes, it's not a bar. It's
Yeah.
so literally we just have a table, and you know, like my sister said, we are happy to work. So that's just a table. We don't. There's not loads of stuff on there. It's just display, and most of our stuff is kept down in the bottom.
Right, and are you selling takeaway bottles as well of the rum?
No,
No.
it's literally that will
No.
be. It's actually really nice. It's in a paper cup with ice. They get a little bit of fruit, an umbrella, and a straw. It's quite sophisticated, and then they can have a pouch as
The
well
pouch,
if they don't
yeah.
want to stop. You know, so it's not. There's no glass. There's no. You know, there's nothing that's dangerous, as it were.
I actually work in community safety as well. That is my day job. So I'm very aware. I work for Suffolk Council in the community safety department. So I'm very aware on a day-to-day level of what goes on around. So I really we're very conscious of that as people. I definitely am.
And how are you taking payment?
Cash or card. And we are happy to change whatever we do to work to make it the safest carnival.
Okay. I'd like to ask our legal officer to deal with any further queries that you may have.
I don't have any, but I think Councillor Hudd might have another question.
Oh, did you? I didn't see that. Sorry. Crack on.
Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you, Chair. The question for one of the PS sisters: why the urge to sell rum punch? You say you've done this for the last 3 years or 2 years. This will be your
So
third
we
year.
do sell at other places. We want to expand. We're both getting a bit old, and we'd like to. It's my dad's recipe from the Caribbean, so it's something that's been in our family for a while. I mean, Levo Roots made his name at Carnival, but we want to make it. It's a family thing. It's a family. You know, our kids help. They're all, like I said, my daughter's at the bar, so yeah, it's a family venture, and
Okay.
we'd like to.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Chair.
Do you put cinnamon in yours?
That's secret.
We can't tell you.
We can't divulge anything. Apologies. We do.
Okay. Are you looking to bottle it and start selling it mass market, or?
If that
Because
opportunity,
it's freshly made. Our USP is that it's there's no artificial ingredients in ours, so it's freshly made. So there's only so much. Obviously, if it's freshly made, you know, fresh fruit juices in it, there's only so much you could do in terms of mass marketing. But
Right. Okay. Do our does the legal officer want to ask anything else? Any further queries?
Nothing from me, thank you, Chair.
Okay. Licensing officers.
Nothing from us,
me,
Chair.
Thank you.
Okay. Governance.
Sorry, nothing from us, Chair.
Okay, thank you. We've reached the end of this meeting. We will now retire for 10 minutes and we will come back to present in 10 minutes. It is now, so we'll come back, it's 5 to 5. Is that correct, everyone?
I think you mean 4:25.
no,
is it?
4:25.
Oh, 4:25. I'm sorry. My brain is going now after all these meetings today.
Oh, bless you.
I confirm I will, when we come back, I'll say I'm reconvening and a summary determination will be sent to the parties within 5 working days. Thank you very much, everyone, and enjoy Carnival.
Thank you.
See you
Bye.
in.
We can leave now, yeah?
No, you want to hear the decision, don't you?
Yeah, okay, yeah, okay, because I thought you said you're going to send it in 5 working days. I'll see you in 10 minutes.
Yeah, if you want it orally, then it's 10
Yeah,
minutes.
okay. All right, see you in a bit. Bye.
Okay, so, okay, thank you.
Hello, everyone. Just checking that we're all still here.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
still here.
Okay, great. The committee should be joining us soon. They're here actually right now. I think we're just waiting for the chair to join.
Is everyone here?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Thank you. We had a deep discussion. So, the committee has considered objections from the police and environmental health to a temporary event notice, which has been given by Ms. Barbara Pierre, the premises user, for the sale by retail of alcohol on and off the premises at the above premises on Sunday, 24 August and Monday, 25 August, between the hours of 12 and 19 o'clock, for a maximum number of 4 people at any one time. The committee has considered the committee papers and the submissions made by the parties, both orally and in writing. In reaching its decision, the committee has had regard to the relevant legislation, the Secretary of State's guidance, and the authority's statement of licensing policy. In summary, the committee decided, after taking into account all the individual circumstances of the case and the prevention of crime and disorder and public safety licensing objectives, to issue a counter notice under Section 105 of the Licensing Act 2003 for the event. This notice means permission for the licensable activities requested in the 10 has not been approved. The committee decided that allowing the 10 would, in this instance, undermine the prevention of crime and disorder and public safety licensing objections, and it determined to issue a counter notice under Section 105 of the Licensing Act. We would recommend that if you apply next year, that you engage with the Notting Hill Carnival Committee and with the council. And I'm sure if you send us an email, you will get all the contacts if you haven't seen them already. We need better engagement. A copy of the reasoned decision will be provided without undue delay. If you would like to appeal against this decision, such appeal must be made to the magistrate's court within 21 days from the date of notification of the full decision, but in any event, no later than 5 working days before the start of the proposed temporary event. I thank you for applying. I thank everyone for working very hard today, and thank my committee and the legal advisors. Have a good
Just
carnival.
before you go, Chair, can I, on behalf of the Commissioner, thank you for the obvious care that you and members of your committee have shown throughout the course of today. You've been diligent and thorough throughout, and we're very grateful.
Thank you very much, and thank you for your time. Safe carnival. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you,
bye.
Chair. Thank you all.
Bye.